Picture this, it's payday, your phone buzzes. You get that notification, your paycheck just landed. And for a split second, you feel rich. You feel good. You feel like maybe, just maybe, this month is going to be different. And then, it's gone. 2 weeks later, you're staring at your bank account wondering where it all went. The rent, the groceries, the subscriptions you forgot about, the nights out you convinced yourself you deserved, the impulse buys at 2 a.m., and you're back to zero. Or worse, you're in the negative and you're already waiting for the next paycheck to save you. Sound familiar? I'm Max, and if that hits a little too close to home, I need you to stay right here. Because today I'm going to walk you through the exact paycheck routine that I follow every single month. The routine that completely changed the way I handle money, the way I build wealth, and most importantly, the way I feel about my finances. This isn't theory. This isn't some generic budget. Advice you've heard 1,000 times. This is a step-by-step actionable system that you can start using this month on your very next payday. So let's get into it. Step 1. The 24-hour rule. Don't touch anything yet. The first thing I want you to do when your paycheck hits your account is absolutely nothing. I'm serious. Do not log into your bank app and start spending. Do not celebrate. Do not order that thing you've been eyeing on Amazon. Do not do anything for the first 24 hours. Why? Because the biggest financial mistakes people make happen in the emotional window right after they get paid. You feel flush. You feel like you have money, and that feeling is dangerous. The 24-hour rule is simple. The moment your paycheck hits, you acknowledge it, and then you let it sit. You give yourself time to move from an emotional state to a logical state. You shift from, I feel rich, to, let me be intentional. During those 24 hours, what I want you to do is sit down, grab a notebook or open a Google Sheet, and write down your total take-home pay for this month. Not your gross salary, your actual take-home, the number that hit your account. That is your starting point. That is the only number that matters right now. Because here's the truth. Most people spend their money based on how they feel, not based on what they have. And that's why most people are broke. Wealthy people do the opposite. They get the number first, then they make decisions. The 24-hour rule forces you into that habit. It costs you nothing but a single day, and it changes everything. Step 2. Pay yourself first before anything else. Now we're into day 2. The money has been sitting. You know your number. Now it's time to make your first and most important move. You pay yourself first. This is the concept that separates people who build wealth from people who don't. Most people pay their bills, pay for their lifestyle, and then save whatever is left, which, let's be honest, is usually nothing. Wealthy people flip that equation completely. They decide how much they're saving, they move that money first, and then they live on what's left. So here's what this looks like in practice. The moment your paycheck hits and your 24 hours are up, the very first transfer you make is to your savings or investment account. Not after your bills, not after your groceries. First, now what percentage? If you're just starting out, I want you to aim for a minimum of 20%. That means if your take-home pay is $3,000, you're moving $600 before you touch anything else. If 20% feels impossible right now, start with 10%. Start with 5%. Start with whatever you can and build from there. The habit matters more than the amount in the beginning. Where does that money go? I personally split it between 3 buckets. The first bucket is my emergency fund. If yours isn't at 3 to 6 months of expenses yet, this is your priority. The second bucket is my investment account, index funds, every single month, no matter what. The third bucket is what I call my opportunity fund. Cash I keep liquid for deals, opportunities, or big purchases that come up unexpectedly. The key here is automation. Set up an automatic transfer that goes out the same day your paycheck hits. Remove the decision entirely. When you have to manually move money, you'll find a reason not to. When it's automatic, it just happens. And slowly, quietly, your wealth starts to build. Step 3. Kill your fixed expenses first. All right, you've paid yourself. You've moved your savings. Now we deal with the non-negotiables. Fixed expenses are the things that are the same every single month. Rent or mortgage, car payment, insurance, phone bill, internet. These are the bills that will come regardless of what you do, so we handle them right after we handle ourselves. What I want you to do here is go through every single fixed expense line by line and ask yourself one question for each one. Is this still necessary? And am I paying the best possible rate for it? Most people set up their bills, put them on auto pay, and then never look at them again. And that's how they end up paying for subscriptions they forgot about, insurance plans they're overpaying for, and phone plans that haven't been competitive for years. I do a fixed expense audit every single month. Every payday, I open my bank statement and I go line by line. And I promise you, every single time I find something. Maybe it's a streaming service I haven't used in 2 months. Maybe it's a gym membership I convinced myself I needed. Maybe it's an app subscription that's been quietly billing me $12.99 a month for something I don't even remember signing up for. Cut it. Call and negotiate a lower rate. Switch providers. Whatever it takes. Because every dollar you claw back from your fixed expenses is a dollar that can go toward your savings, your investments, or your actual life. Once you've audited and confirmed your fixed expenses, pay them all immediately. Don't wait. Don't let that money sit in your account where it can get spent on something else. Fixed expenses first, and then we move on. Step 4. The variable budget. Give every dollar a job. Here's where most budgets fall apart. People handle their savings and their fixed expenses, and then they just spend whatever's left. No structure, no plan, just vibes. And that is exactly how you get to the end of the month with nothing. Variable expenses are everything that changes month to month. Groceries, gas, eating out, entertainment, clothing, personal care. These categories can expand infinitely if you let them. So we don't let them. What I do every single payday is look at what's left after savings and fixed expenses, and I allocate specific amounts to each variable category. Not rough estimates. Specific numbers. I decide that this month I'm spending $400 on groceries, $150 on eating out, $80 on gas, and $100 on entertainment. And that's it. The method I use for this is called zero-based budgeting. The idea is simple. Every dollar of your paycheck gets assigned a job before the month starts. By the end of the process, your income minus all your allocations should equal zero. Not because you're spending everything. Remember, savings is one of the allocations, but because every dollar has a destination. There's no unaccounted money floating around in your account waiting to get spent on something dumb. Now, I want to be real with you here. This doesn't mean you live like a monk. Budget for fun. Budget for eating out. Budget for the things that make your life enjoyable. A budget that's too restrictive is a budget you won't follow. The goal is intentionality, not misery. Give yourself permission to spend on the things that matter to you. Just decide in advance how much and stick to it. One tool that makes this easier, a cash envelope system or a separate spending account. I keep a separate debit card that I load with my variable budget at the beginning of each month. When that card is empty, I'm done spending in that category. It creates a hard stop that your brain will actually respond to. Step 5. The debt attack. If you have debt, this step is critical. And I need you to understand something before we talk strategy. Not all debt is equal. High interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, anything above 7 or 8% interest, is a financial emergency. It is actively destroying your wealth every single day it exists. If you have debt at 20% interest, there is no investment on earth that consistently returns 20%, which means paying off that debt is the best return you can get on your money. Every single payday, after savings and after bills, I want you to make an extra payment toward your highest interest debt. Even if it's $50, even if it's $100. The math of compound interest works against you when you're in debt, and for you when you're investing. The faster you eliminate high interest debt, the faster every dollar you earn starts working for you instead of against you. The strategy I recommend is the avalanche method. List all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Put minimum payments on everything, and then throw every extra dollar at the highest interest debt first. Once that's gone, roll that payment into the next one. It's the mathematically optimal approach, and it will save you thousands in interest over time. Now, if you have low interest debt, a mortgage, a student loan below 5%, a car loan below 5%, that's a different conversation. Those debts don't need to be aggressively attacked. The minimum payment is fine, and your extra money is better off going into investments. But high interest debt? That gets attacked every single payday, without exception. Step 6. The monthly financial review. Most people never look back. They just look forward to the next paycheck. And that's a mistake, because if you don't review what happened last month, you're going to repeat the same mistakes this month. Every payday, before I look at what's coming in, I spend about 20 minutes reviewing what happened last month. I look at what I plan to spend in each category versus what I actually spent. I look at whether I hit my savings goal. I look at my investment account balance. I look at my net worth, assets minus liabilities, and I track it. That number, your net worth, is the only real measure of your financial progress, not your income, not your job title, not the car you drive, your net worth. And every single month, I want that number going up. When I do my review, I'm asking myself 3 questions. First, where did I overspend and why? Was it a one-time thing, or is it a pattern? Second, did anything unexpected come up, and do I need to adjust my budget categories going forward? Third, am I on track toward my bigger financial goals, whether that's a house, retirement, financial independence, or something else entirely? This review doesn't need to take long, 20 minutes once a month on payday, but it compounds over time into something extraordinary. Because the person who has done 24 monthly financial reviews has a fundamentally different relationship with money than someone who's never done one. They know their patterns. They know their weaknesses. They've developed the self-awareness that most people never build. Step 7. Invest in your income. Here's the step that most personal finance content skips, and I think it's one of the most important ones. Every single month, you need to invest something, even if it's just a small amount, into increasing your earning power. Your income is your most powerful wealth-building tool. Optimizing your spending and budgeting is important, but there's a ceiling to how much you can cut. There's no ceiling to how much you can earn. So every payday, I allocate a portion of my budget to what I call income development. This could be an online course, a book, a certification, a coaching call, a tool that makes my work more efficient. Or it could be time and energy invested into a side hustle, a business, a skill that the market will pay you more for. The people who build real wealth aren't just good savers. They're also constantly increasing what they bring in. They're leveling up their skills. They're solving bigger problems. They're building assets, businesses, content, products that generate income even when they're not working. What does this look like practically? Maybe it's $50 a month on a course platform. Maybe it's setting aside Sunday evenings to work on your freelance portfolio. Maybe it's reading one finance or business book a month. The amount is less important than the habit. The habit of reinvesting in yourself compounds just like money does. The person you'll be in 5 years if you consistently invest in your skills and knowledge is almost unrecognizable compared to who you are today. Step 8. The mindset reset. All right, we're getting toward the end of the routine, and I want to get real with you for a second. Because none of the steps I've just shared will work long-term without this last piece, your mindset around money. Most of us grew up with a scarcity mindset around money. The idea that money is hard to get, easy to lose, and something that causes stress and conflict. That mindset is a script running in the background of every financial decision you make. And if you don't actively rewrite it, it will sabotage every good habit you try to build. Every single month on payday, I take 5 minutes to do what I call a mindset reset. I look at my savings balance and I feel genuinely grateful for it. I remind myself that every dollar I save is a unit of freedom. Freedom from a job I don't like, freedom from emergencies, freedom from dependence. I remind myself that wealth is built slowly through consistent small actions, not through big breaks or lucky investments. I also remind myself of my why. Why am I doing this? For me, it's freedom. The ability to wake up every morning and choose how I spend my time. The ability to take care of my family, the ability to be generous. Your why might be different, and that's fine, but you need one. Because on the days when it's hard to stick to the budget, on the days when the stock market drops and your investments are down, on the days when you get hit with an unexpected expense, your why is what keeps you going. Wealth is a long game. The people who win at it are not the smartest or the luckiest. They're the most consistent. They're the ones who show up every single month and run the routine, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when progress feels slow. The full routine. Rapid recap. Let's run through the complete paycheck routine one more time so you have it crystal clear. Day 1, the 24-hour rule. Let the money sit. Get into a logical headspace. Day 2, pay yourself first. Move your savings before you touch anything else. Then kill your fixed expenses. Pay them all immediately and audit every single line. Then build your variable budget using zero-based budgeting. Give every dollar a job. Then attack your debt, starting with the highest interest rate. Then do your monthly financial review. Look back before you look forward. Then invest in your income. Allocate something to your earning potential every month. And finally, do your mindset reset. Reconnect with your why and remind yourself of what you're building. I want to leave you with this. The gap between where you are financially right now and where you want to be is not as wide as it feels. It's not about income. It's not about luck. It's about what you do with what you have consistently over time. The paycheck routine I've shared with you today is not complicated, but it requires something that most people aren't willing to give: consistency. The willingness to show up for yourself every single month, even when it's not exciting, even when the progress is slow, even when life throws something unexpected at you. If you start this routine today, right now, this payday, you will be a completely different person financially in 1 year. Not because you got a raise, not because you made a lucky investment, but because you made a decision to be intentional with your money and you followed through. Tell me what video you want me to do next. Until then, see you.